Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Transparent Homeschool. If you have been around here before and you know me, if not, my name is Beth, and I homeschool two kiddos, a now 6-year-old and a now 4-year-old. We are actually just about in a week or so to finish up our first quarter, so I'm going to be putting out another video pretty soon about our first quarter wrap up, things I liked, things I didn't, but today I can finally show you guys my homeschool space. It has been a long time coming just because we moved houses and everything was kind of really hectic there for a while. But in my last video, you saw my space was kind of starting to take shape. Everything was kind of still in bins and things like that. But I got everything put where it needs to be, and I think it works. So I really can't wait to show you guys my homeschool space. So I will show you right now. Okay, so right now I am kind of entering the room from our laundry room. This used to be the garage, but now they converted it into kind of like another master bedroom, I guess. But for our purposes, we're splitting it between the office and the homeschool room. And I think it works out well so far. So we're going to do the office part first. So we have printer, file cabinet, computer, and all that stuff. And then over here is all of our paper, our laminating things, and things like that. This is for a project I'll show you in a second. And then here are some of our books that I didn't want over in the homeschool area. And so while one of my kids is doing their like individual skill work, they can come over here and read books and things like that. But then I also have headphones over here, and so they can sit here and do ABC Mouse or internet games with their headphones, so it's not distracting the other kid. But I think that works out well too, because that way they're still right here in the same room. And then we have a bathroom over here, which is really nice. That's me. Hi. And then this is our box of kind of like to donate stuff. The co-op that we're a part of has like a table where you can put free stuff for other moms to use. We have not used any of this stuff in a long time, so I was like, ugh, just get rid of it, instead of having it clutter my space. This is going to be this huge wall is going to be where we put all of our projects so far. These two are from our health unit that we've been doing for science. And these up here are from The Good and the Beautiful. And then these are also for our science. These are like their actual body cutouts. And then those bones, those bags I showed you earlier, they're all the bones. And we're going to put them in here and do a whole bunch of other stuff. And then these are some of the projects that we've done so far for the History, Bible, Literature, Intro to World Cultures from Sunlight, and I think they've worked out really well. They absolutely loved doing the catapult. These are also from our science unit. But, so those are all of the art and project things that we've done so far. I intend to fill out this entire wall with stuff, just because that I like that, I guess. Here's our calendar, and then underneath that we have our maps. I didn't really have space to put both maps like in separate areas, but this map like lifts up, and then the world map is underneath. So we reference the world map a lot more often than we do the United States map for right now anyway, but that's kind of where that had to go. So that's where it is. And then back here in the corner are the brown rolls of paper that I used for their body cutouts. And then this is kind of the, sorry it's dark. The light's kind of working against us. This is for my son's congratulations sign for finishing his 100 books for summer. That was a big deal. And then kind of, this is the rest of our homeschool space. Now in the apartment, we were doing school at the dining room table, so a lot of this stuff was in like storage and boxes, and so that's why I'm so excited to be able to have my own space that I can get all of my stuff out where I need it to. So this is our art, I guess, closet or whatever. So I have just some things down here. Everything's labeled because I'm a Nazi with organization. Paints, and then ribbon and glitter. Glitter is the invention of Satan. I hate glitter, but my kids love it, so there you go. So that's the art closet, and then much the same is in here from my last homeschool video that I did when we actually had our other homeschool space, but I'm going to just quickly go through up here. We have just kind of busy work here, some pattern beads from Melissa and Doug, and then underneath are some word cards. They can build the words. Down here is a felt world map with animals, and then a whole bunch of coloring books and lacing cards. Down here are all of our puzzles, and those get used quite often. This is our math. This is where we keep all of our supplies for Right Start Math. I've used this ever since I started homeschooling, and so I absolutely love it. And then over here are more art supplies, paper, just as like a whole bunch of blank paper that I have, activity books, coloring books in this one, and then markers, crayons, and colored pencils. And then down here is a magnetic letter board that we use. Then over here is kind of my teacher supplies, random supplies, holding area for right now. And then this works out too because all of my books that we're not using yet go on this shelf. And so these are all of our read alouds right here. And then this is for our basket. And then just some extra notepads of paper and then some other things over here. But up here, extra crayons. And then extra scissors and erasers, an entire school box full of pencils. So I don't think I'm going to be needing pencils for a long time, which is okay with me. And then over here I have tape and thumbtacks, and then an extra thing of colored pencils. And then down here is our history kit that we have all of our projects on. Some extra paper stuff right here. Contact paper right there, Play-Doh, wipes. Guys, can I tell you, baby wipes are like my #1 favorite thing of all time for cleanup. They are so versatile and they clean up so much besides baby poo. It's so great and I love them, I love them, I love them. And then down there, we just have some reading things, a math game, and kinetic sand, and then some like magazines and stuff. And then over here, we are starting verbs and nouns. So I found some posters about that. These are what we've done so far in the body. And then our sayings that we say in the morning. And then our American flag. And then over here is kind of some more storage. These are all of my things. The kids can't touch those. And then we have some trays where they put their artwork so it can dry. And then these are the mini books for The Good and the Beautiful. Down here are some, these are the readers. These are some phonics books, and then these are encyclopedias. Down here we have like a play mat for my my baby. So when she's in here with us, we get that out, and my son's job is to put it together, and then they can play in there together. Whoever is not like doing their work at the table. Over here is our big paper if we ever need it. And then here we have glue sticks, dry erase markers, and then these are thick crayons. My daughter is using these right now, just because they're a lot thicker than the normal ones, and they help her kind of just to learn. Pencils, glue bottles. These are letter tiles. They're not magnetic or anything, but sometimes he just likes to take them out and use them And then we have alphabet stamps. This is my daughter's cubby, and my sister made this, and she got it from Etsy. And they're just a whole bunch of different princesses with Bible scripture on them. And her box. This is our kind of communal supplies. And then my son has one that's like all superheroes, which I think is pretty cool. And then his box. And then we have 2 things of readers, because now that my son can read, he is obsessed with readers. And so I got as many as I could. That's what those are. Down here are all of our wipe clean boards. This is the paper. It's like the black paper, and you can scratch it off, and there's like the rainbow stuff underneath it. Let me see. Oh my gosh, it's like putting your finger on a chalkboard. So like, as you can see, it's yellow, and then there's like rainbow colors underneath. And then extra composition books. So that's what's down there. The reader's construction paper right here. And then a whole bunch of tissue paper. Our cubes, dot markers, my learning palette, and the math wrap up, and then our wipe clean books. And then over here underneath our board, I have some like building blocks, and then they each have their own set of like art supplies they got for their birthday. This is a Frozen stamp set, and then he got a Cars craft kit. So there's like stencils in here, and stickers galore, markers and crayons and sponges. So they're super into that right now. But yeah, that's kind of where we are right now with the art stuff, is these bins. So that's my homeschool room so far. And again, I think it turned out really well. I really enjoy having this dedicated space. And I think it's going to work out nicely for us. This is the baby monitor, because my daughter's room is kind of like, I guess our baby's room is on the other side of the house. So when we're in here, there's absolutely no way that I can hear her, like for nap time and stuff. So I have that. And then these are our phonics cards from The Good and the Beautiful. And this is where all of my manuals are. So thank you so much for coming along with me on my tour. And again, we are finishing up our next quarter, I guess our first quarter, in the next week or so. So look out for a video from me on kind of our wrap up and things that I will change, things I won't change, and how things are going so far. Thanks, and I will see you later.